Quincy Wilson just sent a warning shot. Everyone in Eugene has to notice this. On this very track, Jayden DeLeon beat him one time before. Now both guys are back, fighting for the U20 world title. Wilson answered back with a blazing 45.02 seconds. That's the fastest time of the whole meet so far. DeLeon has just one race left to fire back. Let me walk you through how this rivalry got so intense. It's August 7th, 2026, in Eugene, Oregon. 9 young sprinters will step up for the 400-meter final at the World Athletics U20 Championships. 2 of them grew up under an hour apart, both from Maryland. And these 2 have spent 6 months trading blows in the best rivalry American sprinting has seen in years. Quincy Wilson is the name everybody already knows. He won Olympic gold in Paris at just 16 years old, running the relay heats for Team USA. That made him the youngest American male track athlete ever to win Olympic gold. His personal best sits at 44.10, the fastest 400 meters any high schooler has ever run on Earth. This fall, he heads to the University of Maryland with a legacy most pros never touch, and Hayward Field is exactly where his legend started. 2 years back at the US Olympic trials, right here on this track, he smashed the under-18 world record twice in just 3 days. He ran 44.66 in the first round, then 44.59 in the semis, and finished 6th in the senior final at only 16 years old. Jayden DeLeon is the teenager who stole his crown. Rewind to March. Inside the arena at the New Balance Nationals Indoor Final in Boston, Wilson stood in lane 5, chasing his 4th straight national title. DeLeon from Montgomery Blair High School stood right next to him in lane 6. Wilson pushed hard early and led at the break, hitting 200 meters in 21.31. It looked like business as usual. Then, with 50 meters to go, DeLeon started closing the gap, and the whole building exploded with noise. Wilson barely held on, winning by just 9 thousandths of a second. He ran 45.37, a brand new high school record. DeLeon crossed in 45.38. Those are now the 2 fastest indoor 400-meter times ever run by American high schoolers. The Olympic champion nearly lost his own state record to a kid training just 20 minutes away. That was the warning shot. But nobody outside Maryland was paying attention because Wilson kept winning everything else. In April, he led his Bullis school team to victory in the 4x400 Championship of America at the Penn Relays in Philadelphia. That was the first win for an American high school in that relay since 2007. 3 months later, both sprinters landed in Eugene for the U20 US Championships, the meet that picks who wears the American jersey at Worlds. DeLeon arrived with a season best of 45.44 and barely any national fame outside Maryland. Wilson breezed through qualifying in 45.28, the fastest of the day, looking every bit like the star everyone expected. But the final told a totally different story. DeLeon came off the final turn with a burst nobody saw coming. He pulled clean away from Wilson down the stretch and crossed in 44.52. That's a championship record. That's the second fastest 400 meters in American high school history, behind only Wilson himself. DeLeon has shaved almost a full second off his best time in one race. Wilson finished second in 44.84, a time that wins gold on any normal day. But Wilson had already run faster at age 16, and that night the tough questions began. DeLeon wasn't done yet either. He stayed at Hayward's Field and won the 200 meter at Nike Outdoor Nationals the next day, clocking 20.68. That was his 3rd time under 20.7 seconds since May. Wilson's best time in that event is only 21.02. Suddenly, the LSU-bound sprinter looked taller, faster, and more natural. Then July hit, and things got even worse for Wilson. He raced the Ed Murphy Classic in Memphis, the same meet where he ran that famous 44.10 just 1 year earlier. This time, he could only manage 45.53. For a runner who always saves his best for summer, that was a terrible sign at the worst possible time. So Wilson walked into Oregon carrying something new for him: real doubt. If you're loving this breakdown, smash that subscribe button, because this final will be talked about for years. Thursday morning's first round barely told us anything. DeLeon cruised his heat in 45.63, the top qualifying time. Wilson won his heat in 45.74, just holding off France's Milan Klemennik, who ran a national under-20 record of 45.83, chasing him down. South Africa's Linda Kukamore won Heat 6 in 45.75 without breaking a sweat. India's Muhammad Ashfaq posted a national under-20 record of 45.81. Everyone moved on. Nobody showed their cards yet. Thursday evening is when the real story kicked off. DeLeon ran first in Semifinal 1 and won it in 45.49. Smooth, controlled, job done. He also took down the biggest name of the round, Suleiman Abdulrahman of the UAE, a man who had run 44.85 this season and beaten Qatar's top runners for the Asian Under-20 title, finished fourth in 46.27 and was eliminated. Kukamore fired back in Semifinal 2, winning in 45.18, faster than DeLeon and full of confidence. Then Wilson stepped out for Semifinal 3. He exploded off the gun in just 0.170 seconds, shot out front, and simply ran away from everybody else. His winning time of 45.02 was nearly half a second faster than DeLeon's run, and the quickest time of all three semis. South Africa's Quincy Wilson took second in 45.87. Wilson made a World Championship semifinal look like an easy Tuesday workout. Now add up all three semis and the picture gets crystal clear. 9 runners made the final, but only Wilson, Kukamore, and DeLeon dipped under 45.5 seconds. Everyone else sat stuck between 45.8 and 46. That means only 3 men are truly fighting for this gold. This is the Quincy Wilson the whole sport has waited to see all summer. But the man who should really scare boof Americans is the South African standing right between them. Linda Kukamore is only 19 years old. He trains at the University of Johannesburg, and back in April 2025, he ran 45.03 at the South African Athletics Championships. That run smashed a long-standing national under-20 record and proved he can handle the biggest stages. Kukamore is also the only man in this final with real senior international experience.